Check this out, guys. This is a bee chewing its way out of a cell. Let's see if we can help her along there. Move some of that back. She's chewing her way out. Means that she is 21 days old. Look at that. And that's how a bee is born. It's pretty cool. That's one of our live videos for today, so you have to stay in there. We're going to show you some mite treatment stuff today. We're going to experiment with one of Randy Oliver's other Formic pad treatment options that are available to try. So we're going to try that, see how it goes. Look how young she is. Let's see if I can find her there. Where did she go? I lost her. There she is, right there. She's really young. She's going to have a lot of fuzzy new hair on her. She's figuring out what's going on. She'll spend the next few days on this frame doing stuff. The next couple days cleaning out the cells she came out of, some of the other cells, and then she'll go and start taking care of the older brood, like the older larvae here on the edge. Then after she develops her hypopharyngeal gland from eating the pollen, that pollen there, it has hypopharyngeal gland. That's bee pollen. It's regular pollen with a little bit of honey in it, a little bit of saliva, and they pack that in their heads. The hypopharyngeal gland on the older bees' heads is what they feed, what the nurse bees is going to feed to the older larvae. And being exposed to that hypopharyngeal gland is going to help them develop their own hypopharyngeal gland, which is going to help them make royal jelly from the really young larvae. So we're going to find some really young larvae like these over here, the really tiny ones. Those are the ones that get fed strictly royal jelly. So there's a little bit of bee stuff for today. Alright guys, so what we're going to try now, we're going to try one of Randy Oliver's flash treatments. So this is going to minimize the first day flash on the bees in higher temperatures. We don't have that high of temperatures, but what this is going to entail, since this is a smaller hive, we're going to do a we're going to do one pad for 10 days and do another pad for 10 days, but we're going to cover half of the pad with the tin foil. That way it reduces that first day flash, and it minimizes brood loss and our queen loss. So that's going to require putting a pad on, and we'll stick half of that in there now. And now we're going to cover this with half of the foil to reduce that first day flash on the bees. When you do these treatments, you want to put it in between your brood boxes. So we have 2 boxes of brood here. We're going to put it on the top of the bottom box, and then we're going to put the top box back on. We're going to give them plenty of room. You want your bottoms blocked off, that way you're keeping all of your vapors in and all that good stuff. And we're going to add some space for them to go up, that way they can have plenty of breathing room in there, but the bulk of the treatment's going to be focused right over top of that brood area. So we're going to test this out, and we'll get back to you guys and let you know how this works. In Randy Oliver's experiments, they did a couple of different flash treatment experiments. Some of them where they cut the ends off of the pads and left them in the foil, which didn't have that great of return. But this method, it showed that it had a pretty good return, covering the top of the pad over. And we'll come back in 10 days and put that other pad on, do the same thing for 10 more days, because you do 2 pads for 14 days, or you do 1 pad for 10 days, another pad for 10 days. You want your temperatures to be between 50 and 85 degrees. Especially on the first 3 days, you don't want that temperature to exceed 85 degrees. That way you minimize brood loss and you minimize queen loss. And This is supposed to minimize the bearding that goes on the front of the hive after you do the treatment. So I don't even see the girls running out. They're still going in like nothing's going on. So we'll let you know how it goes, and we got a few more to do today, and then we'll have Dawn's fall treatment for Formic out of the way, and we can resume our inspections and all that stuff after we get that done and start preparing the girls for winter. So all right, then we're going to jump on over to the other yard and do the same thing 12 more times, I think. 11 or 12 more times, we'll see. Right, Don?
Right. David.
Yeah. All right then, guys, it's Jay coming to you live from Spanishburg, West Virginia in Mercer County. We're over here at Don Dickerson's apiary. We just come through and did our Formic pad treatments for the fall, and that's Formic Pro pads. I'll show you guys what the bag looks like. It's these right here. Follow the directions if you do it. We tried a different method of using those today, so we're going to see how it goes. You can see on the fronts that we have minimal bearding. Most of these bees that are out here are ones that got knocked off from the lid. You can see that they're not bearded out real strong. They're still going in. That treatment is when you put the foil back over the top of the pad, it reduces that first day flash, so you have less brood kill back on those. It still has a really effective release of the vapors to kill the mites. There was another method that they tried where they just cut the ends of the pads and left them open. It only had a 12% effective rate, so we didn't try that one, but we tried the one that said that it was pretty effective. So we're going to try that and see how it goes. We'll be back in 2 weeks to take these pads off, and we'll be back before that to do some other stuff, but 2 weeks we'll take them off, and in 10 days the other hive will get treated with a second pad for 10 more days. So you can do a 2-pad treatment for 14 days, or you can do a 1-pad treatment for 10 days followed by another 1-pad treatment for 10 days. They're cutting hay back there. Pretty cool. Hopefully I got some of that in the video. But yeah, looking good. Know where you're not going to get it at? Sitting on a couch.